Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to throw you up.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Brittany, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. And what I'm telling y'all, when I was going through my list and I saw this one, I had to do this one. I love whoever suggested this one too, because what I'm telling y'all, of course there were beefs and woo in a Bad Girls Club, but there were certain people that y'all know that just hated each other, and they had beef from day one to day in, and they couldn't even get shit through at the reunion. Like, they just had beef. But y'all, these are the beefs that pissed me off, that I was not entertained by, that I hated so bad that it just pissed me off. And it's just like, I'm gonna do the ones that I do like later. That's gonna have to be a longer video. But y'all, what I'm telling y'all, these are the beefs that I freaking hated. Let's just get into it. First up, Judy and Shelly. It's like, Shelly, the thing I hated about their beef the most is that Shelly just thought that Judy was so intimidated and scared of her. And the thing is, not like Shelly ever beat Judy up or anything. I would have at least had a little entertainment by it, as if Shelly would have been beating Judy's ass. The fact that they had their little scuffle and Judy like Shelly's head all the way back to Antarctica and Shelly didn't do anything. It's like, I was just like, I can't even take this beef serious. Anytime Shelly tried to run up on Judy, the run up was just, and she would just be pushing on her. It's just like, I couldn't take it serious. I was just like, yo, Shelly, you claim you hate Judy, you do this, and anything, and the crazy thing is, anything that Judy did, Shelly was bothered by it, bro. Remember when they were at Mardi Gras and Shelly was waving and Shelly was just unwarranted? Look at Judy. It's just like, what? Like, y'all, I hated they beef so much. Like, and then Shelly thought she was doing something when she didn't introduce Judy to her girlfriend. It's like, girl, don't nobody care about your girlfriend. Like, Shelly would just be so bothered by Judy, and Judy would not be worried about her, bro. Like, the only time Judy, like, really snapped on Shelly is when she, like, beat her head back. Other than that, Judy used to troll the heck out of her. When Shelly was in the phone room talking to her girlfriend and Judy was just like, I don't need implants to look good. Like, Judy did not care about anything Shelly was talking about. When she had threw Shelly's skull in the lake, and then it's like, how you get mad at me for throwing your skull in the lake when you did something to my voodoo doll? Like, I could, like, that be like, y'all, their rivalry, yeah, they beef. Y'all know I'm illiterate. It pissed me off just so bad. Like, Shelly was like the worst bully in the history of bullies, because the person that she was bullying was literally not scared of her or intimidated by her. Like, it was just bullying because you were just picking with Judy all day, every day. And Judy was just not worried about you. And what pissed me off is sometimes Judy was just so nice that she would sometimes want to talk to her. And then when at the end, when Shelly and Judy tried to have the talk about Stassi and everything, that pissed me off. I was just like, this whole beef is just so unserious. Like, I really couldn't get with it. And the fact that Shelly just never beat Judy up was just a cherry on top of why I never was entertained by it. Like, it was a hee ha ha when Judy, like, did her thing to Shelly, but anytime Shelly would just talk about Judy and mention Judy, like, it would just be like, bruh, you need a different storyline. And the crazy thing is, not like Judy's only storyline was Shelly. Judy she was besties with Kiara and Stassi. She had that friendship storyline. She had beef with Tasha, Priscilla, Shelly, sometimes with Angie. Like, and it's like, all Shelly literally had going on is her beef with Judy, and she never even took care of that beef with Judy. And it's like, Judy used to be pranking them, doing everything, and Shelly just didn't do anything. It's like, and she just made her whole thing about her. It was just like, that that I could not take that beef serious. Like, y'all, I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Oh, and then let me add this in here, in the fact that their whole beef started from day one when Judy went off to go dance with a guy. Like, y'all, it's given that Shelly kind of wanted to bump coochies with Judy, and that, no lie. Because why did her sneaking off, not even sneaking off, because Judy can do what the hell she wants. Y'all are in the club. How is Judy going off to go dance on some guy, something that just pissed you off so much where you just needed to make beef with her throughout the whole entire season? How is Judy being a whore or whatever, how does that bother you the whole entire season? And not like Judy every single day, it was guys just coming in and out the house. You know, like, if, sometimes if she wanted to get, then Judy still have her a little something. But it's like, why would that bother you? Like, I get it. Everybody's not everybody's cup of tea. But the fact that, like I said, day one from when Judy met that dude to the end, to the reunion, it was just not solved. And it was just like, wow, like, y'all really just didn't get along. But it's like, I hated that beef, y'all. I hated it. Then another beef that I just couldn't get jiggy with, could not get down with, and it was forced down our throats this whole season, was Kiara and Seora. Oh my flipping gosh. And the fact that what's her name? Wait, because which one? Kiki was Kiana, right? Well, whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Key didn't like Seora from the beginning. As soon as Seora sat down and pushed her hair to the side and was smiling, Key was just like, oh, pretty girl. So it's just like, you don't like the girl because she cute? And that was your whole entire beef throughout the whole season with her? Like, that's what started it for you, Key? I was just like, oh, hell no. And the worst thing about their beef was the fact that Key just made it seem like she was whooping Seora's ass. Like, she just made it seem like anytime Seora would come out that fight, that she would be, I'm from Compton. I'm really like, girl, you was never beating the girl. I mean, you probably got the W, yeah, because Seora couldn't fight, but you was never, like, beating Seora's ass. Like, she should have done Seora way worse than what she should have. Especially because of how she was talking, y'all, no tea, no shade. But it's just like, she should have been doing Seora way more dirty. Because, yeah, and it's like, their beef was just so stupid. And then when she tried to fight Seora, when she had that guy over, it was like the jealousy was just projected. Because it's like, again, Seora being a whore, that was the only guy she ever had in the house. Not like Seora was just being promiscuous from what I remember. And it's just, I ain't even gonna say that. I was about to say, because her friend was a cheater, but it's like, we wasn't judging her for that. But it's like, her thing was, oh, you better go get tested, bro. And it was just like, what was the girl doing? Like, what was going on that we didn't see about? Because from what I saw, this was the first guy that was in here. And then her even starting something when she was drunk, and then some guy being there. She just had to get that out, and it was weird. And I hated the fact that Seora just couldn't fight. But the thing is, Seora would really be bothered by the whole Key thing. Like, she hated that whole situation. It's like, Judy and Shelly, Judy really, like, it kind of, but Judy wasn't really worried about Shelly because she was picking with them back. Seora and Key, it's like, Seora didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to react, and the girl couldn't fight. And it's like, she really didn't know what to do. She had no choice but to take it. Then eventually she started, I'm not gonna be weak no more. And it's just, her voice was hella annoying now that I think about it. But still, their beef, I hate that was the biggest thing about season 17. I hate that they were never able to talk it out or do any of that because of the fact that I just, he just didn't want to admit that this whole thing was deep rooted because Seora was pretty from the West Coast. She wanted somebody from the West Coast to come in and be hood and ratchet like her so they can, so they can bond. But it's just like Seora, not like she was cool, she wasn't. Yeah, I didn't hate her, so not like she was, it didn't seem like she wasn't somebody that was difficult to get along with in a house. It seemed like she was fun and positive, but Key, she just didn't like that, and it was crazy. But yeah, that beef, hated it. Another one that I could not get with, that I was so tired of, and I just wish they would have hung it up flat screen, was the twins versus Elise. Oh my gosh. And then the twins were the worst jumpers ever. They're the people that jump somebody and that person never looked like they got jumped. No lie. Like their fighting skills were weird. It's like when they were fighting Elise, it was just always one was tugging on one side of her body and the other one tugging on other side of the body. It's like they were playing tug of war with her. Like they were never fighting her, if y'all know what I mean. Like they had a fight when they were in the phone room and all they were doing was pulling her hair back and forth. Shoot, Elise was the one that was trying to swing when they jumped her in the Italian restaurant. All they were doing was pulling her clothes, and it was just like y'all like what? Like it's given that y'all want her clothes. Like, and then for them to be mad because everybody else was done picking on them was crazy. Like, why are you mad? Because everybody else is just like, okay, this girl's not leaving anymore. We jumped the girl like 3 times. We threw all her stuff in the pool. She left and came back. Maybe we should stop because it's getting boring because clearly the girl's not leaving and they're just like, oh my gosh, that is so fake. It's like, whoa, like y'all really want to beef with her from the beginning to the end, and their thing was, we said we're gonna get rid of that chick and that's what we're gonna do. It's just like, so because you guys, took an oath or something, that's why you guys don't like Elise or want to get her out? Because y'all were doing all this and talking all this, but when her fake sister, cousin, whoever came, y'all weren't doing anything. They didn't say nothing, Nathaniel. Like, I was confused. I really thought, same, when Elise's sister, friend, cousin, whatever came, I thought that would have been the most banging 2-on-2 ever, because it's just like, yeah, y'all, what's up? And honestly, if Elise and her sister were some real ones, they would have ran down on the twins. Like, no lie. That's what I would have told my sister to do. I would be like, my sister not on the show. As soon as we get in here, I'm gonna show you what we look like, what they look like, and we gonna run down on them bitches, no lie. But I guess that's not how the girls wanted to handle it, but it's like, I guess. But that beef, I couldn't, like, I hated it. And then when they took her second mattress and put the mustard and the ketchup and all that in it, it was just like, bro, they had too much time on their hands. Way too much time on their hands where they just, were able to do all this. And it's just like, I think Tanisha asked them, did it ever get old to them? And they said, at a certain point, but it's just like, why didn't you stop then if it was getting old? Because it wasn't that deep. And not like y'all had beef. Like, she was just the new girl and y'all wanted to kick her out. So it's just like, it shouldn't have been hard to let go. So it's just like, yeah, that whole beef was weird. It was weird. And then we have Jin and Rocky, and oh my gosh, that beef was so corny to me, because I really just feel like Jin took it too far. Like, I will always skip the scene when she was ripping Rocky's bathing suit off of her and doing all that extra stuff. Like, it was so cringe to me, because it was just like, oh, okay, girl. I mean, I know the girl bit your hot pocket, but it's just like, and it's like, literally anything Rocky did, Jin was just so bothered by it. Like, Rocky, like, they sit here talking about Rocky was stupid, she was this, she was that. Like, no, that was probably kind of true, because Rocky was never worried about them unless they were worried about her. Like, her and Shannon just used to be sitting there play fighting, just doing whatever they were doing. Like, they were not worried about them. Shannon and Rocky, they also had tricks. like having dudes, like they was, Rocky at a certain point had a little girlfriend that she met in Atlanta. You know, Rocky was never worried about them. But when Jen was there, Jen was just so bothered by her. It was ridiculous. I remember when Jen's boyfriend was there and she was even trying to start stuff. I was just like, yo, whatever Rocky did to Jen, I really wanted them to leak it so bad. Because I was just like, it's no way that this derived from the Hot Pocket thing. It's like, Jen was just a pretty fun, you know, new girl, and Rocky came in and she was also a pretty fun new girl, and Jen was just like, oh hell no, that's my title. Okay, another rivalry I hated, especially because it was always them versus her, the Wolfpack versus Janelle. Like, no lie, I gotta say this. Janelle was being smart when she told Jazz that it was 30 inches, so stay 30 inches away. But at the end of the day, it wasn't that deep. Because eventually Tiana got over it, and then it started back up again when the juice thing happened. Then Janelle calling them broke hoes, and all that just started a whole era of them versus Janelle. And it was just like, I just thought eventually one of them would have eventually let it go, but the fact that all of them were just so stuck on beefing with Janelle the whole entire time was crazy. And then the crazy thing is, no lie, when Tiana ended up doing Janelle in, you know, Tiana got that W, but not like she like effed her up. Like, she won, but she didn't F her up. And it's like when Gigi fought Janelle, not, you know, not like she beat her ass. So it's just like, y'all were doing all this and y'all wasn't even doing nothing to the girl. She was still looking the same, walking the same, acting the same. So it's just like, y'all was doing all this and y'all not even bullies that know how to fight. Y'all not good bullies. Then mind you, it was multiple of them. So it's just like, you would think that somebody would be doing a little something. Like, they attempted to jump Janelle. They, you know, they tried to make her leave the house. They tried to mess with her and Andrea while they was asleep, throwing stuff on them, putting plants outside their door. And it was just like, it was just so corny. It was like, all right, when are y'all gonna get tired of this? Like, it's for y'all. Literally. And this what y'all want to do with y'all days? I get it that they were always talking about they was bored in the Bad Girls Clubhouse, but it's like, hey, you know, let's put trees in front of her door. She gonna hate this. Like, oh, you know, when Gigi go in there, if one of us fight her, we all gonna fight her. Like, and then Teresa, if you come for my girls, I'm gonna be protective. What are you, their mom? And then the funny thing is, they would be even more mad when Janelle didn't give them attention. Like, I remember when they did put the plants in front of their door and they were waiting for Janelle and Andrea to come home, and they were ready, sitting on the couch. They were greased up, had their bonnets on and everything, ready to fight. And Janelle and Andrea saw it and they were just like, okay. All right, girl, good night. Like, like, it was the worst beef ever, because it was just hella one-sided, because it's just like, okay, I get it. Like I said, you telling me to stay 30 feet away, it's just like, girl, you being smart, but eventually I'll let it go. But it's like, that's the root of your beef. Like, the other root of everybody else's beef, because I told your friend, like, hey, shorty, don't drink my orange juice. Like, somebody couldn't get over it. Like, it was that deep where y'all had to drag it out the whole time. And then Shanae jumped in it, and then it ended up backfiring on Shanae because it ended up being them versus her too. So it was just like, you know, like, you really could have gotten to know Janelle a little bit more, and as well as be friends with them. But Shanae, you just wanted to hop on this because you wanted to be against Janelle too, and everybody else being against Janelle, it was just like y'all wanted to do all of it together. It was just weird. Like, it was just weird. Last but certainly not least, the beef that I couldn't stand at all was Jada versus Red. Like, when it first happened, no lie, I thought the I Wanna Lay With You scene was funny. You know, I will say Red herself is funny, but the beef itself was lame. Because it's just like, what did Jada essentially really do to Red that actually pissed her off to the point that she just wanted to beef with Jada for the rest of her season? And eventually, you know, I know in season 13 they got over it, but for seasons 12's sake, what did Jada actually do to Red to piss her off to the point where she wanted to drag that beef out the whole season? Mind you, Jada, she did talk a lot of shit, but Red was 5 times her size, weight, and everything. So it's like Jada wasn't really trying to start issues with Red. Red wanted to start issues with Jada, and it was just weird. And it's just like, first you came, you had a crush on her, and it was just like, was you fighting a girl because you had a crush on her because you did want to lay with her? Red. Like, I really didn't get that beef. Like, it was just so weird to watch. And then even her beating Jada ass, like, sometimes I just felt bad for Jada because I was just like, damn, like, this girl really gonna beat Jada ass. Mind you, everybody else was low-key through with Red too. They just didn't say it to her face. Like, everybody was sick of this whole Red and Jada thing because it was just like, all right, girl. Like, shoot, Lo was tired of it and she the one that had beef with Jada too. Like, she hated Jada, but when her and Red were fighting every day, it was just like, okay, girl, you know, it's not that deep. Let it go. Like, damn. But yeah, y'all, the beefs that I hated, that I couldn't get jiggy with, that I wasn't entertained by, where I hated that it was forced on us because they were so big portions of their seasons, was Judy and Shelly, Seora and Key, the twins versus Elise, Jin and Rocky, the Wolfpack versus Janelle, and Red and Jada. Hated them. Like, and the fact that it started from day one to the end of the reunion, they didn't want to talk it out, killed me even more. Because I was just like, damn, like, can we just end this? But yeah, y'all, which beast did y'all hate, that y'all just could not stand? Let me know down below. And then later, we're going to talk about the beast that was tea. So that's coming, that's coming. So yeah, y'all, just let me know the beast that y'all hate. And then till I come back in the meantime, just make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that.